Hey folks, Tux Martini here, and welcome to Kaiju Cooking Corner, bite-sized. Hey there, it's been a long time coming, Kaiju Cooking Corner. Unfortunately, I can't bring you a full one, but just something to bring you enough to whet your appetites.
Yeah, like a fun-sized Snicker bar.
Yeah, that's why we're calling this Kaiju Cooking Corner bite-sized.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, today we're going to make popcorn, my favorite snack. Now, who doesn't love popcorn? It's my favorite snack in the movies, and especially with its all buttery and greasiness, but buttery greasiness is not all the time healthy. That's why I have a healthy alternative to popcorn.
Yeah.
And it tastes fantastic. Now, my dad taught me this recipe, so here's a few of the things you're going to need. You're going to need a big bowl to put all the popcorn, some popcorn kernels, some light olive oil, extra light if you prefer, furikake, which is a Japanese spice which can be found at most Asian markets, and a popcorn machine. Now you can find a decent one for about $20-30 at Bed Bath & Beyond and other places, and that's all you really need, just a simple one. And some will even come with like butter warmers and what have you.
Or you can just leave it out in the sun. Am I right?
Well, yeah, you could, but I think you would get like some sort of foodborne illness. First up, to make the popcorn. It's relatively simple. All you need is about a cup and a half of kernels. For this I'm going to make 2 servings. So fill it up all the way to the top of the lid. Put it in here. Watch out for the excess kernels. That just flew all over the place. Usually I like to do this with the lid off, but you know, live and learn. So I'll put a couple of kernels. Like this. Alright, and for this machine you just have to plug it in. So here we are. Plug it in, and it's going to take about 2 minutes. But before I forget, have the bowl in front of the popcorn machine so everything doesn't go flying out at once. So, without further ado, plug her in. Alright, now my one piece of advice, be careful because some of the kernels will explode in the bowl, leaving you a pleasant surprise. So evenly distribute this out. Now careful this part, whoa!
Yeah, gotta watch out for that.
Oh.
Might fly off and pop you in the eye.
Yeah. This part is very hot, so be very careful when taking it off. Hot, 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 hot. Pour out the excess remains. Now we go for round 2. So, just repeat the process since we're making 2 cups.
That looks like enough for everybody.
Yep. But I like it a little extra, because it's really good. And I'm sure you'll agree with the end product. Alright, we're done with that. Now very gently and gingerly, without burning the crap out of yourself, put this on. Hot, 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 hot.
You need some calluses on your fingers, boy. I kid. Careful when plugging that in.
Yep. Always be careful because, you know, you don't want to die by electrocution.
Oh, that was hot.
Now, always, another tip, just let it sit for a couple minutes, just because you might get that surprise one that gets you in the eye.
Giggity.
Master Broku, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, that seems about done. Now very carefully, take it off and cool it in the sink. Hot, 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 hot.
Oh my.
And pour out the excess remains.
Giggity.
How is that a giggity? Take the olive oil and the furikake right here. One more thing you're going to need is a spoon. So, first off, pour the olive oil into the pan. You can use as much or as little as you like. I usually use a couple tablespoons to teaspoons. Since I got a little left, I'm going to drain it all. Now, you don't want to use too much, generally speaking, because it'll leave it with a somewhat greasy texture. So, next, we turn on the heat. Very low heat. Just a very low heat. Then we add our furikake like thus.
So tell me, what is this furikake?
Furikake is a Japanese spice. It's seaweed, sesame seed, and shaved bonita flakes.
Huh.
It goes great on just about anything.
Ice cream?
It's the right kind of ice cream, actually.
Like vanilla ice cream and furikake?
It actually tastes good. It's like a sweet and salty texture, but just be careful because the salt in the bonito kind of tends to melt the vanilla.
Ah.
So right here we got enough furikake. Like again, with this you can use your judgment as much or as little as you like. I use a lot because I like the flavor of it, especially the fishy flavor.
Oh yeah, that fishy flavor's out of this world, ain't it?
So give this a stir. You honestly don't need more than a minute or two. We're not trying to boil it. We're just trying to warm it enough. So generally how you like to tell is after stirring, take just a little spoonful and tip it with your pinky. If it's warm, then it's good to go. So stirring like this. Yep, this is warm. There we go. Now right this way, folks. Now all that's left to be done is evenly distribute the furikake mixture all over the popcorn. Like this, like this, like this, like this, and like this.
Oh yeah.
Then the final touch is mixing it up with a spoon. Usually I have a longer spoon than this, but
Wooden spoons are good too.
definitely so. Metal is good for the occasion as well.
Yeah.
Also, fun tip, if you're worried about the excess left in the pan, get a couple of spoonfuls of the popcorn in there, mix it up, and it'll help clean up the pan. Now, there's also a couple variations you can put on this. You can either use regular olive oil, or even extra virgin if you like a stronger flavor.
Right.
The key is ever just to not to use too much, or you get an oily, greasy texture. Not all that bad, but you want it to have that nice crisping crunch with the popcorn. That about does it. Now for the taste test. Got a nice juicy morsel with a lot of furikake and olive oil. I gotta say, folks, finest kind.
Pretty good.
It's a mixture. Now the popcorn by itself doesn't have a lot of flavor, but with the olive oil it gets a nice little bit of salt, and the furikake adds to that with a texture of seaweed and the bonito flakes. It's hard to describe. It's just a smooth flavor, but with just a little bit of a rough crunch.
Yeah. You can definitely taste it.
Yeah. And it's very, very good. Alright folks, that about does it for Kaiju Cooking Bite Size. Thanks for catching it. Really good. So thanks again for catching us. I hope you enjoyed. I promise you more Kaiju Cooking Corners on the way. It's been a popular request. Just something to whet your appetites again, as I said. So if you like, just hit the like button, subscribe, leave us a comment, questions. I'll answer them on my show. And just take care of yourselves. Until then, cheers.
Good day. Can my hand be in the shot? No, I'm joking.
Further ado, today we're going to make popcorn, my favorite snack. Now, who doesn't love popcorn?
I think somebody in the cornfield who spends all their time in corn probably sick of it. Probably blows his brain out, you know, all that corn. I'd blow my brain out too if I had nothing but corn to eat.
I already did that lunch.
Oh.
Help me! Ah!
You got spit all over the lens, boy.